Nobody's here, but good morning. So, I'm just rambling to myself. Hello. Good morning. Hopefully this is a nice live. Nobody's here yet. It's just me, but if anybody wants to hang out, if you want to ask any questions, if you want to confess your sins, if you want to whatever. Welcome. Good morning. I don't know who all is here, but hello. Hope you're well. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask questions, if you want to whatever, just make sure you tap the screen. And I appreciate that. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tapping the screen. Hey, Catherine. Good morning. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you'd like to ask any questions, if you'd like a card pull, whatever, just make sure to tap the screen. Of course, if you'd like a reading, you could also pay for a reading, etc., etc. No, I didn't mean to do that. No. Okay, good. I thought it entered before I was ready. Hey, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. So what am I doing today? I'm just kind of here If anybody wants to ask questions, if, you know what I mean, if you want to chat, whatever. I saw you've been posting. Good morning. Welcome to those joining. Hello, hello. 2 hours? Oh, wow. That's a long time. I don't think you're joking. I never said you were joking. Good morning. Welcome to those joining. Hello. Welcome to those joining. Good morning. Yes. Welcome. Hello, hello. Hello, good morning. Welcome, welcome. If you speak this morning, I just skip around this moment. Right. Yeah, I hear you. I feel you. You didn't necessarily ask for my advice, but one thing I would suggest, you don't have to take this, but like, if you're going to create content, consider what your message is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're creating content for the sake of creating content, I don't know. You know what I mean? But consider what's your message? What are you trying to tell people? What do you want to share with people? You know what I mean? You don't have to tell me, but like, you know, because I think you'll find a lot more success with that if you are very clear in why you're doing it, why you're making content, why you're making videos, versus just making it just to get views. Um, you know. Well, if that's your intention, once again, just making sure that you're clear in that while you're making, you know what I mean? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. How we doing? How can I be clear about that? Well, that's kind of a personal thing, I guess. That's for you to figure out. But generally, just if that's what your intentions are, then as you're making it, then just keep remembering that. Keep that in mind. You know, if that is your goal. Yeah. Morning.
Did you get your stamp?
No. You've already told me. I don't really like that. I don't, doesn't really matter.
Oh, you talking to me?
No, I'm talking. Are you about to? Do you have a sign in?
Right now, 10 o'clock. I'm out to leave right now.
Oh, is it far away?
It's in Yorktown. Well, no, it's in JV. You didn't eat none of that food last night?
No.
You watched that frying pan?
I will. I thought I didn't get started on it, but I will. Is the person supposed to be coming today, or is it just?
They gotta call me and let me know.
Of course. See ya. Drive safe. Yeah. Once again, you told me how old you are. It doesn't really matter. Age is a construct. Obviously, I'm gonna be more respectful because you're younger, but like, you know, if you really care about success, it doesn't matter your age. Just go for it and do it, and don't ever stop. Don't let anybody tell you that you're too young. Aren't you too young to be building a what was Phineas and Ferb? What was that line? Aren't you too young to be building an amusement park? It's not even that funny. I haven't seen Phineas and Ferb in forever. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to those joining. It looks like nobody's here, but I know that's not true. I think I'm gonna get on TikTok. I almost said something else. I almost said Instagram. I don't use Instagram. Freaking Instagram. I'm gonna get on TikTok though. I'm gonna like be two places at once. If that's okay with you. Good morning. I wanna do a bump with Justine. How much coffee do you drink a day? It depends. It's not something that's consistent within my diet. But on certain days, hello? Let's go. On certain days, I do like to drink coffee. I don't think I need it, but sometimes it's nice. Good morning. I'm in two places at once. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's why. But either way, good morning. Hope you're well today. Do you drink coffee? I'm laughing. That's funny. Good morning. Hey, Katie. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at. There's like messages in my head. And I'm like, it's funny. It's not funny. It's really actually not funny. It's actually very serious. But anyways, how we doing today? Good morning, morning. Hey, Eric. Hey, Wagas. What? I don't know what this is. Hello. If you'd like a card pull, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. If you want to ask anything, spirituality, relationships, whatever. Of course, if you'd like a reading, you can pay for a reading, etc., etc. Shy, of course. Hello. Good morning. I'm in two places at once again, so if I look back and forth, that's why. You're the only one that's it's calm on live. That's funny. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure there are other people who have calm energy, but I appreciate the sentiment. Sunshine. Good morning. Thankful for sunshine, thankful for rain, something like that. I don't know. How we doing today, guys? If you have a question, if you like a card pull, you're welcome to ask. If you want to confess your sins, if you just want to hang out, just make sure to tap the screen, of course. I would appreciate that. If you're over here, the likes are over here. Oh, I don't know. Good morning. Brandy, what's groovy? How we feeling? Thank you for tapping the screen. Oh. Thankful for sunshine, thankful for rain. Now that song's just stuck in my head. Good morning. Hello, hello. It's an Akon song, I think. Thankful for sunshine. Or is it Akon? I think it's Akon. Yeah, it's like an affirmation song. It's technically supposed to be for kids, I think, but affirmations are for everybody. Hey Lily. Hello, good morning. You said Brayden. Hey Eric, what's up, what's up? What's going on with, what'd you say to me? What did Brayden's two thoughts. You will never know, because he's holding back. Maybe he'll tell you, but it seems like he's holding back. Also, I'm in two places at once, so if I look back and forth, that's why. If holding back, I should have expressed myself better. Good morning. Hey Eric, what's groovy? How are you? It's not my plant, but thanks. It's not my plant. Yeah, I can put your card. What's going on with Eric? Also, it muted your comment, so I didn't see your comment. Somebody said something, I didn't see it. Good morning, morning. Hello. What's going on for Eric? What does Eric need to hear today? Refinement is something I heard. I saw a jackhammer. That's the second time that specific message came through. What's going on with Eric? I thought it was for me at first, but I mean, it might have been. We have the Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, taking inspired action. Have you been meditating? Have you been following your meditative impulses? If I can speak. Hey Dejana, good morning, morning. Welcome to those joining. How we feeling? How we doing? But yeah, that's the energy that comes through for you, Eric. Following your creative impulses and all that jazz. What did you say to me? I'm scrolling up in the comments. What's going on with Dejana? What's up? Hello. Thank you for those joining. Hello. I hope you're well today. What's going on with Dejana? Two of Pentacles, balance. Practicing balance, everything in moderation. Somebody's feeling cocky also with the Queen of Wands, which isn't an inherently bad thing, but you know what I mean. Thankful for sunshine, thankful for rain. That song is so mad. Hello, welcome, welcome. Good morning. What? Is Ethan trying to pursue? What's going on with Ethan? I'm not sure how long I'll be on here, by the way. I kind of set a time limit, and I was like, you know, what's going on with Ethan? Conversation. Oh gosh, we also have gossip. The guys has his loose lips. I want to call you and hear your voice, but we also have gossip. Men. Will he try to pursue you? Is he trying to pursue you? I guess, but What? But there's an energy of like, I don't know. Not saying that he's messing, not saying that he's playing around, but I don't think he's very serious about anything. Welcome to those joining. Obviously, if you feel otherwise, believe, trust yourself, trust your intuition, whatever. Kirsten or Ruben, Kirsten and Ruben. I don't know what you're saying. I don't speak Italian. I don't know what that means. Let's go with Kirsten and Ruben. Kirsten and Ruben. I feel like the answer is yes. But we do have the 5 of Swords indicating challenge, 7 of Wands also indicating challenge. So not without struggle, not without challenge. But I think you most likely will reach your goal this month, maybe next month. But I think you're very close to achieving. There's a card from this deck that says you're close to achieving your goal. That's what I was thinking of. So, you know. Will age ever text you again? I don't read for absolutes. I don't think that the future's set in stone, but what's going on with H? Will H... There was a hair in my mouth. Also, sorry about the background. What's going on with H? The Tower card comes out. He might reach out, but it's giving. Maybe you should be careful about this person. You can do whatever you want, but just be careful about this person. The hair was still in my mouth. I shaved a tiny bit earlier. Farida, when will I be financially stable? I'm going to pull you from the time-based deck. I don't pull for absolutes when it comes to the future, but let's go with financial stability for Farida. I guess maybe this is a message for you, Farida. Maybe it's a message for somebody else, but there's a message about letting go of people that don't align with your goals. Maybe you're already aware of that, and you see how there's like extra background noise now. It's the energy of like, if somebody is not aligned with your financial goals, like you might just need to stop talking to them. You know what I mean? Because it might not always make sense, it might not always seem aligned, but like it does affect you. We have patience required. It's not too late. So that's what I have for you when it comes to financial stability. Welcome to those joining. Good morning. Thankful for sunshine, thankful for rain. Hey Angel, good morning. If you study very hard, most likely you will. Good morning. Hello. Entity, I love you so much. I don't know if this is the channel for you. I don't think this is. If you're gonna keep spamming the chat like that, I don't know. Will you get your job back? I don't know. I don't pull for absolutes when it comes to the future. What's going on for this job? Will we get our job back? This person who just asked me about their job. Probably not. I feel like there's definitely something better out there. I feel like you're holding yourself back with this specific situation. The 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I think there's something better out there when it comes to jobs. Does H miss you? I don't know. Have you asked him? Have you talked to him? What's going on with H? I had a dog when we were little. They named him Triple H. And we called him H for short. I thought it was such a stupid name. You know, like Triple H, the wrestler. What's going on with H? Does H miss Danielle? Yeah, I could pull you a card. Give me a second. I'm trying to go in order. There's like a bunch of comments over there. I'm in 2 places at once. We have understanding. I see your side of the story. Space. I need more time to think. Does he miss you? I feel like he thinks back in fondness, but I also feel like he'd rather just the distance. Like, it's an energy of like, yeah, I like you, but also I'd rather just not have, like, it's you know what I mean? We have commitment here, but I feel like it's more of a commitment to himself. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I like you, but like I think it's much more peaceful without you. um Sorry if that sounds harsh, but that's how it comes through. For Danielle, Winky right. Hello. Good morning. How we doing? Is your boyfriend loyal to you? I don't know. Is he? These hoes ain't loyal. Is Neve's boyfriend loyal? Can I get a clear, accurate yes or no, please? Ooh. Is he loyal? I don't know. He got a lot of stuff he gotta work out. Unfinished business comes through. I think the answer is yes, but once again, generally he has a lot of stuff to work out. Yeah, that's what I have for you. Will you meet Kevin? I don't know. Who's Kevin? It's funny, I had a dream somebody named Kevin recently. What's going on with Kevin? Will you meet Kevin? I'm trying to go in order, so if I don't get your question right away, I'm sorry. Will you meet Kevin? Also, I'm thinking Kevin from The Office. We have the Two of Swords, so that's a yes. Yeah, the Chariot. Oh my gosh, the Chariot. Yeah, most likely, yeah, you will meet Kevin in your dreams. I'm kidding. Did I skip you? Oh, I'm sorry. Sag, baby, are you a Sag? Scrolling up in the comments. Scrolling up. Koya, what's going on with Koya? Koya and her boyfriend. I'm sorry, I'm today. Once again, I'm in two places at once. It's like, it's a lot. And also, I don't know if you actually want a card pull, to be quite honest with you. I feel like you're just trying to stay in the loop. No judgment, no shame. I feel like that's what it is. What's going on with Koya's boyfriend? We have absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. This doesn't say anything about regret. Sabotage. Maybe a part of him does, but I don't think he cares enough to do anything about it. You said, is he planning on changing to do better? I don't think so. I don't think so. Obviously, anything can happen. Energy shift all the time, but I don't think so. Hadid? What? Bella? Is that you? I don't know what you mean by that. Hey, Jem. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Sag, baby. That was for Koya. Well, Aiden and Swagballer. Wait, what is your actual name? Swagballer? That's a silly name. Will you guys reconcile? Will you guys reconcile? That's not the word you said. You said try again. I think it's very likely, Page of Pentacles. I don't read for absolutes, but very likely that you guys will. Should you? That's another question, but most likely you will. Should you? I don't think so, but will you? Most likely. Good morning. Hello, hello. What is Mike's energy towards you? Thank you for the donut. Thank you. What's going on with Jem and Mike? How does Mike feel about Jem? Is your name Crystal or something? Jem. That's funny. Oh, I can't see with this piece of paper here. It's like every time I if there's a big gust of wind, it's just like, it's funny. What's going on with Mike? Mike and how does Mike feel about Jem? How does Mike feel about Jem? New chapter. I'm trying to move on. Chemistry. I've never felt a passion like this before. Ugh. There's a positive energy, but we have habits here at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if we will ever change. So, like, I feel like he's very fond of you. But, like, there's an energy of, like, bad habits. Now I'm hearing the Ed Sheeran song. My bad habits lead to white. My bad habits lead to you. you a bad. I don't know the rest of the melody. I used to love Ed Sheeran. When he started going mainstream, I don't know, it's like 50-50. It's like you never know what's gonna happen with an artist when they go mainstream. It's like, are they gonna like stick to their artistic integrity, or are they gonna just do what everybody else wants? You know what I mean? I feel like Ed Sheeran, I'm sure he still makes really good music. I know he makes good music, but like there's like a pandering, and I'm like, I don't care to listen to that. I was kind of really scared with Sabrina Carpenter's new album for that same reason. I was like, is this just gonna be pandering? And to some degree it is, but I think it still works. I think it works for her. But anyways, how we doing, guys? Good morning. Good morning. I'm scrolling up in the comments. Scrolling up in the comments. Yes, thank you so much for the gifts. I'm scrolling up to where's your comment? Thank you for the donut. You said, will Cortez and Nell reconcile? Holding back? Most likely no. Most likely not. Obviously, the future's not set in stone, but most likely not. And if you do, it's more of a message of like, be careful. Yesenia, should you keep talking to Peter? You should do whatever you want, I guess. But what's going on with Yesenia? Should we keep talking to Peter? Now I'm thinking of that one Billie Eilish song, Irreplaceable. Once again, it's whatever you choose. Maybe you just need some space. I need some space to think, or whatever, or more time to think. Goodbye. What's that song? The Billie Eilish. All the good girls go to hell. Peter should know better. Walking wearing feathers. Your cover up is caving in. Man is such a fool. Why are we saving him? Poisoning themselves. Wow. Begging for our help. So wow. Hills burn in California. I've done like 2 covers of that song. I love that song. But yeah, Yesenia, I think you should. It seems like more of a yes than a no. But once again, it's up to you, obviously. If you feel like for whatever reason you should walk away, then, you know, trust yourself. Does ALS want to walk away from you in the future? I don't know. It's going with Amanda. Hills burn in California. My turn to ignore ya. And don't say I didn't warn ya. Something like that. Oh, the good girls go to hell, 'cause even God herself has enemies, and once the water starts to rise. I'm sorry. Okay, we have Soul Tie and Shadow Side, so that's really interesting. Dark and light. I feel like in the end, he'll end up wanting to walk away, wanting to move forward, because the pain of growth is too much. One thing, I don't assume anything, okay? I'm not assuming that you guys are anything, okay? But if you're in this space, if you're asking a tarot reader anything, you're in a spiritual space. This is a spiritual space. And if you consider yourself to be spiritual or spiritually aligned, you have to understand that your energy is very powerful. And most people either rise to the occasion or they walk the frick away because it's like too intense. It's like you're shining a light in my face. Get the frick out of my face, you know? And it doesn't matter how amazing you can be or how amazing you are. If somebody doesn't like it, then they don't like it. You know what I mean? And it's that sort of energy of like you just being an amazing person and like somebody else not being able to handle it. You know what I mean, Amanda? So that's what I'm seeing for you. That's what I'm feeling for you. It also kind of seems like an on and off sort of situation, but I don't know. Welcome to those joining. My turn to ignore ya. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yes. Will your agency meeting be successful today? I don't know. If it is, you owe me $5,000. What's going on with this agency meeting? Scratch. Itch. What's going on with Jay? 2 of Swords. I think it's, oh gosh. I'm being an optimist. I'm being a hopeful optimist. We have the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. This is a clear no, but I'm going to say, if you want guidance, be mindful of being argumentative or like getting into any pointless arguments. Like really be discerning with your energy in this meeting with the Hermit card. Like observe before it. Like you know what I mean. Observe more than you listen, more than you speak. You know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Jay. Good morning, welcome. How we doing? Is Eddie in love with you? I'm not going in order anymore. I'm just going in order that I see comments. So if I skip you, that's why, because I'm just going in order that I see things. Is Eddie in love with you? I don't know. Have you asked him? Have you talked to him? Have you tried having a heart to heart? What's going on with Eddie and Koo? How does Eddie feel about Koo or Queen Koo? Sorry. Oh gosh, we have disagreements and commitment. Is Eddie? Oh. Yes. And if you're feeling resistance, I imagine it's because he feels like he has other responsibilities, like he has to put more energy into other places. But the most beautiful thing that you can have is a woman. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that, and that's his thoughts. Because he's putting more energy into other places, but he does value you. He does care about you. He does want you. Well, I say he does want you. He does value you. I don't know about the care part, but he does value you. There's a commitment. There's like a feeling. You know what I mean? But it's like he's valuing other things more importantly. It probably wasn't meant to be answered anyway. Oh, if that's your interpretation, if that's your intuition, follow it. Thank you, Eric, for the heart me. Appreciate it. I hurt you. I'm sorry. It's really just because you're really handsome. Did you even sleep? I did sleep actually. Thank you for asking, Will. I did sleep. I had to force myself to like turn off all, because I sometimes I like to fall asleep with something in my ear, and I had to force myself not to do that. I was really overstimulated. I was on here for a long time yesterday, almost 3 hours at some point. I think that was over here though. I think that was on YouTube. I don't think that was over here. I don't know. Good morning. You call me a stud. Oh my gosh, stop being a player. Asking me about other men and then like trying to hype me up. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Hey Delisha. Let me calm down because you got me hyped. Stop. Is Elle thinking of me? I'm very sensitive. You can't do that. Don't try to arouse me like that. Hey Meg, what's going on with Meg? Oh sorry, not Meg. I'll pull you a card after Delisha. What's going on with Delisha? What's going on with Elle? Is Elle thinking of Delisha? Do we have Inseparable? Good morning. Hey Ruby. Oh gosh, we also have Sabotage. Is Elle thinking of you? Yes, but it also seems like this person's very destructive. So just be careful with that. Maybe you already know that, but just, yeah, he is thinking of you, but there's a destructive energy. He's gonna blow the house down. Like 6, good morning. Hey. What's going on with Meg? You said, will you ever hear from your friend Nick? Nick again? Nick at night? Somebody called me the N-word earlier. They didn't really spell it out, but I thought it was fine. They said Nuka with 2 C's. Anyways, what's going on with Meg? Will Meg ever hear from... I don't pull for absolutes when it comes to the future, but what's going on with Meg? Will Meg ever hear from her friend again? Excuse me for the burp. We have the Sun card and mistakes. Most likely you will. Maybe you'll end up regretting it. I don't know. But we have the Sun card, so that's a very clear yes. Most likely you will hear from your friend again. Most likely. Also, thank you for joining. Hello. Hey, Tori. Hey, Jocelyn. I hope that it was worth it, freaking Jocelyn. Does anybody know that song? Thank you for the roses, bro. Appreciate it. I just thought of something. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It's really the little moments. I once had this guy. When I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, I once had this guy. I was just minding my business. I was just working. It was just another day. I was trying to not lose my mind. And this guy came in, and I didn't really think too much about him. Like, if he didn't do this, I wouldn't have really thought about him too much. But I guess he thought I was attractive or something. and he tipped me like $5. Like he gave me specifically a tip, and then he told me to have a pleasurable day. And I never saw him again, as far as I'm aware. But I think about that occasionally. I think about him sometimes because, like, who says that? You know what I mean? Like, that's special. That's unique. Like, no strings attached, as far as I'm aware. He was just like, have a pleasurable day, and I was like, thanks, you too. I'll try. It's crazy here. These people are crazy. But I hated that job so much. I liked the job itself, but those people were terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know why I felt called to say that, but what's going on with Darian? Is Darian planning to break up? Break up with your boyfriend? Yeah, cause I'm bored. You can hit it in the morning like it's yours. I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Is he planning on breaking up? It's not very clear. But it does seem like some dysfunction here. We have habits. I don't know if we will ever change. Absence. I feel like a part of me. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. And then chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. So is he planning on it? I'm not sure. Maybe. But it generally just seems like you guys are very mismatched. So it'd be a blessing if he did break up with you. Oh, yeah, literally sabotage. So. You can do whatever you want. You can feel however you want about that, but I think it would be in your best interest if you guys did split up. Hey, Kirsty, good morning. There's a lot of comments. Good morning, guys. I hope we're well today. There's a lot of comments happening. I don't know where to go from here. You can get a half of a sandwich with... Eric, stop being so funny and cute. What the heck? That's not fair. You know what you're doing. Oh my gosh. But this was a few years ago. I think this was like during COVID. Or right after COVID. I don't know. Once again, I don't even remember what he looked like. I could see him in the street. I wouldn't even know. But like, you know. Oh no. My thingy is overdue. If I try to progress things with my crush, will it go well? I don't know. Will it? Let's go with Leah and her crush. I'm just going in order that I see comments. So if I skip your comment, that's why. Let's go with Leah and her crush. Princess Leia and her crush. Also, you're a lesbian. That's crazy. We have commitment. Aw, missed opportunity. I think it'll go well. I don't know. The thing about the future is that there's multiple futures. You know what I mean? And sometimes you can't really guarantee what's going to happen. There's so many different factors. And I don't know, I feel like it takes away a little bit of the experience when you're like looking for an outcome, when you're just like, will this go the way that I want? You know, you're not thinking about any other factors, you're just thinking about, will I get what I want? And I think the thing that makes that like an issue is because like we all have experiences. We're always having experiences, and you never know what kind of experience you could be giving to somebody else just by trying. You know what I mean? Just by like, you know what I mean? Like even if it doesn't work out for you, you never know how you could be affecting somebody else by just going after what it is that you want. So I don't know who needs that perspective, but it's just like sometimes it's not about the outcome. Sometimes it's just about the experience. You know what I mean? At least you tried. At least you tried to make it work. You know? What's Chad Wolf? That's a crazy name. Let's go with Chad Wolf. Chad Wolf. I'm sorry to make you wait, by the way. Once I'm in two different places, so let's go with Chad Wolf. Self-love, I'm still trying to heal. Detachment, okay. We have soul tie here, but it seems like he's very focused on himself right now. Self-love and detachment. He said, "What actions will he take to me?" I don't know if he might take action, but it feels like it will come from a very self-oriented perspective. Not in a narcissistic way, not in a negative way, but like it just seems like he's really focused on himself right now. You know. Hey Will, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. You're really groovy. Bro, I'm trying. None of them want. Oh, I want though. Can I have some? Can I have some pie? Some Eric pie? I'm sorry, I'm just being silly. Do I have a secret admirer that will make... Oh, I'm the secret admirer. I'm not going to make a move though, but... Oh my gosh, it's a terrible joke. There's a joke about biology. I feel like you can kind of glean what that joke is about. But like, cause like, you know, gender norms and stuff. Like, I was gonna be like, just cause you're biology, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't chase. You chase me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nobody should be chasing anybody. I don't know. It should be a mutual reciprocation. But that isn't ideal. So I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just being silly. I promise I won't. Why would you not do that? Why would you not tip me and tell me to have a pleasurable day? I thought it was a good experience. It was a nice experience. You should tip me $5,000 and tell me to have a pleasurable day. Don't get it. Oh no. Hey, good morning, Tori. I could pull you a card. If you'd like a reading per se, you can pay for reading, but I can pull you a card. What's going on with Tori since you love to spam the chat? What's going on with Tori and this guy? Are they going to get together? Is Tori and this guy going to get together? We have irreplaceable. The way you love can never be met. Oh. Seems like there's a very, very strong bond between you guys. I can't say, I don't speak in absolutes. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, this is for sure gonna happen, but most likely you guys will get together. Most likely. Good morning. She's a girl. Oh, aren't we all girls to some degree? I want to break up with a motherfricker. Oh my. Oh, I don't know what I said, Tori. I'm sorry. Good morning, Miss Adrenaline. Jamie, what's up? Eric, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Boy pop, because you know I was gonna say girly pop, but obviously you're not a girl. What's going on with Eric? Dude, oh yeah, I did answer you. I said I was the secret admirer. What's going on with Eric? Does he have a secret admirer that he doesn't know about? That's not me. Oh, that's not me. You probably have several. I don't know. What's going on with Eric? The Fool. I'm hearing that Paramore song. Fall in love with yourself all again, because someday you're gonna be the only one you've got. Someday you're gonna be the only one you've got. So why you wanna please the world and leave yourself to drop dead? Someday you're gonna be... I'm sorry. That could be for somebody else. It's not... I feel like there's a bittersweet message there, but that's not the part that I'm focused on. It's just about falling in love with yourself. Appreciating yourself and, like, all that jazz. We have the Fool card and the Queen of Swords. Someday you're gonna be the only one you've got. Why you gonna please the world and leave yourself to drop dead? I'm sorry. Once again, there's a bittersweet message in there, but that's not the part that we're focusing on. The lonely part is not the important part. So. Eric, don't say that. Oh my gosh, no, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, I need the bleach. What the heck? What the heck? What the hecky? Will you get a positive decision on your weighted application? I was not expecting your name to be Hannah. I don't know why that surprised me. Based off of your username, I was like, that's not her name. Well, if it resonates, that's groovy. Maybe it was for everybody. Maybe everybody needs that message. It's basically a song about not being a people pleaser. It's like, don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of other people. You know, ankle biters, spit you out, chew you, or what is it? Chew you up, spit you out, something like that. Who was I about to pull a card for? Hey, D Money, good morning. Can I get some money? What's going on with Hannah? You're the King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Most likely, you will get a positive decision. But there is something about being grounded, staying grounded. Speaking of self-love, I'm putting new stuff on my truck. Chew you up and spit out the bones. What the heck? Will you get your chef job this week? I don't know. For every person who's asking me about money or job, send me some money. Pay for a reading or something. Join the Patreon. It's not linked on here, but will D Money get this chef job? this week. Once again, I don't read for absolutes. The future's not set in stone, but also hello. I'm in 2 places at once. I've been neglecting YouTube. It's gonna with D-Money. Hangman with Ace of Cups. I think most likely you will get this job, but there is something about reflection, about slowing down, taking the time to slow down. And obviously, you could do whatever you want. Maybe you won't slow down. I don't know. I have that tendency. Sometimes I get the message of slow down, and I'm like, how dare you? How dare you, Spirit, tell me to slow down? As I drink some coffee. If one day my heart explodes, you know exactly why. Grounded meaning, just grounded. Well, okay, good for you for calling me out on what that means, because some people throw around words and they don't really explain what it means. Grounded in the sense of like I'm talking it in a more esoteric, energetic perspective, like just, I don't know, like, because everything's energy, and like, I don't know, like, if you, I don't know how to explain this. I'm like, I know how to explain grounding, but I'm like, how do I explain this to you specifically? Grounded is in just like being grounded, being like, not calm, but just being collected in your energy. I keep wanting to use myself as an example, because in this moment, like, I'm overstimulated, but I'm trying my best to like stay calm, you know, and not crash out. I think of grounded as being attached to yourself. That's a good perspective, I think. Will Donnie leave me alone as requested? Ooh, period. What's going on with Donnie? Donnie Darko. Did I see that movie? That's one of those movies. There was a period of time where I was watching a bunch of early 2000s movies. Memento was one of those movies. Inception. Those mindfuck movies. What's going on with Donnie? I think I tried to watch Donnie Darko. I don't know if I could really get into it like that. What's going on with Donnie? This guy is really obsessed with you. Maybe that's a strong word, but this guy really, really does. We have destiny. I'm struggling to find my path. Like, this guy's kind of lost in the sauce, and he sees you as his guiding light to some degree. I've had enough of him. Maybe you should try unaliving him. Just kidding. For legal reasons, nobody do that. Nobody unalive anybody. Murder is never an option, unless it really gets to that. But I don't know. A restraining order, protection rituals. If you're not already doing that, I assume you already are. But you know, or you could just surrender and use him, since he's so devoted to you. Because it seems like that sort of energy. It seems like a stalker, like a fan. If you like a reading, it's $3 for a mini reading, $15 for a more in-depth. 7 years? Beloved, what the heck? You've been with her for 7 years and you're still unsure about the direction of your connection. I didn't mean to rhyme that there, but I mean, once again, there's no way to know for sure. Like, the future is not set in stone, and even still, there's like multiple versions of the future. You know what I mean? If anybody wants a tip, if you want to, you know what I mean, that'd be cool. If you're over here, it's in the description. If you're over here, it's not in the description. It's in the intro message. But what's going on with Toria? Yeah, I mean, the ego card comes out. And the ego is a beautiful thing, because it's quite foolish. It likes to predict things, and it likes to like have certainty. But Spirit doesn't care about that. Spirit's like, no, you will have what I give you, and it is uncertainty. It is going with the flow. It is enjoying the moment. You know, like genuinely, like, once again, we could agree to disagree. You could feel however you want. You could think whatever you want. But like, if you're constantly looking for like a future moment to like make you happy, like, you'll just end up losing yourself in that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you can't just find enjoyment in the present moment, you know what I mean? What are we doing? All we have is the present moment, you know? Which I know sounds crazy, sounds unattainable to a lot of people. I feel it. I get it. I understand. But it's not. It's really not. I mean, you've been happy before in the present moment. You just don't clock it. You just don't really take the time to appreciate it. You know? When's the last time you laughed until you cried? When's the last time you laughed until your stomach hurt? You know? When's the last time you cried at a good movie? You know? Did you really soak it in? Did you really appreciate that moment? You know? Last time I cried at a movie, I'm thinking, I've watched a couple movies in the last few weeks. What was the last movie I watched? Oh, I watched Baby Mama recently with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. The movie is so stupid. Everybody's different, so I'm saying this just as my perspective. I'm not saying this to be judgmental, but I think it's really funny that people like watching emotional movies on replay. Cause I'm like, one time and I'm done. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if the whole plot is just emotions and feelings and like miscommunication, I'm just like, no. What is this? Like, one time is enough. 2 times maybe, but if that's the whole plot, I'm just no, thank you. And that was the whole plot of Baby Mama. It was just a bunch of miscommunication and feelings and emotions, which are important. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to minimize the idea of feelings. Like, feelings are important, obviously, but that's not my type of movie. I like to think about stuff. I like psychological thrillers and stuff, you know? But anyways, I'm just talking. So what should I do? Because she knows how I feel and she wants me to go out to her. It's gonna sound really cheesy, but you should listen to your heart, man. If you want to pursue this person, if you want to go towards her, go for it. But just know that nothing is guaranteed, and you can't control the outcome. You can't control the future. All you can do is be in the present moment and enjoy the present moment as much as you can. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Will. I appreciate it. Once again, if anybody wants to show their appreciation with their wallets, that'd be nice, you know? And if that makes you uncomfortable, consider why that makes you uncomfortable before you come at me. Ew. I said come. It's nasty. Hey, truly me. What's up? It's groovy. It makes me so sad. I'm sorry, I'm like thinking about something slightly unrelated to this moment, but also related to this moment. Let's go with Justine. I want to do a bump with Justine. I'd kill for that. That song, the fact that that song is like even a thing is so funny. And to also think that she probably doesn't do that is so funny. For me accepting by considering what you said. I got you, Ruby. Give me a second. Let's go with Justine. Not Justine, but the 9 of Cups. Coming through as a meditation energy. King of Wands. The thing about meditation is that it's supposed to promote clarity, and it usually gives you like some sort of impulse, some sort of inspired action. The King of Wands comes through. This is the 3rd time I've said this, I think, today. But like, you don't always have to follow your impulse. You don't always have to listen to your intuition. Like, there's no obligation necessarily. Obviously, that would be the correct way to go about that. If you get an impulse, you're supposed to follow it. But it's just the energy coming through of like listening to those impulses. Like, if you're going to sit down and meditate, allow the blood to flow and all that jazz, like whatever idea comes through, it's like that is probably a really good idea, you know. And it's okay if you're afraid, it's okay if you don't want to for whatever reason, but like just understand that like when we sit down to meditate, there's, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Good morning. Hello. I'm just like thinking about like a lot of different things, and I'm like, it's disheartening. Depression. Just kidding. Not depression. Is it convenient for you to accept Chad Wolf? The fact that his name is Chad Wolf is amazing. I have to imagine he's a big narcissist, but that doesn't mean he can't be a great person. Let's go with Chad Wolf. Chad Wolf. It sounds like, it makes me think of Chad Dylan Cooper from Sunny with a Chance. Oh my gosh. The Star card and the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Is it convenient? Yeah. Yeah. Is it a good idea? I guess. But it does require you to really be disciplined about your, this is going to sound crazy, but being disciplined about your joy. Like really being serious about your joy, about your peace. You know what I mean? Maybe it doesn't sound crazy, but that's the energy that comes through. Like being serious about your peace, being serious about your joy. If you're going to interact with this person, I mean, in general, you should feel that way. But like, especially if you're going to deal with this person, protecting your beautiful energy. You know what I mean? I mean, even just as a woman, I don't even know you personally, but just as a woman, like that in itself is a very sacred energy. Having a womb. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't know. Maybe you're a very bland person. I don't know. I'm not saying that, but I don't know. I don't make assumptions. I just tune into the energy and see what comes out. Thank you for those tapping the screen. I do appreciate it. I hope you're having a nice groovy day. If you're not having a groovy day, that sucks. It can get better though. It can also get worse, but it can get better. I don't know. Also, I did see the 100 shares. That's a lot of shares. Good morning. And then you sent it to the same person like 100 times. That'd be funny. Hey, Queen of the Nile. Oh my gosh. I've never been to the Nile. I've been to denial. That's stupid. I'm sorry. That was a joke. Thank you for interacting with the live. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for the donut. Water. I said water. This isn't water. This is not water at all. It's actually coffee that I should not be having. Am I going to get your sons back here soon? I don't know. I don't know. I read it out loud, so I'll just answer it. But officially, once again, you asked multiple questions, so officially, yeah. I would appreciate it if you pay for reading, but because I already read it out loud and also have a soft spot for kids. What's going on with this kid? This son. S-O-N, not S-U-N. What's going on with this son, this child? With the Tower card, oh gosh. The Justice card. It looks like a no. I want to be an optimist. I want to be a hopeful optimist, but it's looking more like a no. Like, I don't know. There's like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying this to be judgmental. And once again, we could agree to disagree. You could feel however you feel, believe whatever you believe. It's your life. But it just seems like there's like a fundamental issue of like not getting the point. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just talking generally at this point, but I don't know if it's like just delusion or if it's just willful ignorance. So once again, I'm not talking about anybody here. I'm just saying in general. But the way that people like ignore their own intuition is just ridiculous to me. It's just like, to me, it's so obvious. It's like, obviously you did something and then something happened as a consequence, and then you just like disconnect and you're like, oh, well, I guess it's just a coincidence. These things happen. You know what I mean? It's just like, once again, I don't mean to sound judgmental. I don't mean to sound condescending or anything like that, if that's how it comes off. Oops. But like, you know what I mean? Much love to you. I don't know. That's what I'll say as a final. To, what's her face? I don't remember her name. Tori. Much love to you, Tori. Genuinely. Hope you figured that out. You know, I feel you. I feel you for sure. Does Lucas generally like you and want to pursue you? I don't know. Have you talked to him? Have you asked him? What's going on with Lucas? I'm just not reading your question. Does Lucas generally, what's going on with Lucas? How does Lucas feel about Gina? Go Gina. Also, Will, thank you. You also have a nice day. I appreciate you. I don't know if that was you saying goodbye or I know, but thank you. I had a date on my birthday. Oh, it went good. Happy late birthday. What's going on with Lucas? Also, I've never seen Lucas spelled that way. That's a unique spelling. What's going on with Lucas? Your responsibilities. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I feel like this guy's married to his work or something like that. Like, because we have unfinished business, responsibilities, third party. I feel like he's really head over heels for like his work, whatever he does for work or something. It might be not even work, but like there's something that he does or whatever. Because it's not giving cheating. It doesn't seem like cheating. Maybe it is, but it seems like he's really committed to something outside of the connection. You know, he has a third party. He told me he's been single for 7 months. Yeah. I mean, I could pull for clarification on that. Is it a person, or is it like work? Is it like, what is it? What is it? I think it's work, because we have the 4 of Pentacles. I think it's work. But obviously, trust yourself. If you feel otherwise, then yeah. If you know otherwise, then trust yourself. Because we do have the 8 of Cups there. Oop. So I don't know. I just met him. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up for your question. I don't remember what you said exactly. Oh, you said, does he like you and want to pursue you? I guess so, but once again, it seems like he's very focused on other things. Sarah Bareilles just dropped a new single. Am I going to listen to it? Probably not anytime soon, but I do like Sarah Bareilles. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. And you say, I'm not gonna write you to love me. That's not the lyrics. I'm not gonna write you to stay, 'cause you tell me to make a break in this, 'cause you're on your way. I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is leaving, I'ma need another reason to write you a love song today. Something like that. Sarah Bareilles is like, she's awesome. Thank you. Or you're welcome. Good morning. I don't know how many people are here, but welcome. Hope you're well today. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask any questions, if you like a card pull, let me know. Whatever. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. The idea that she wrote that song about her record label is really, really interesting. Also, Ruby, hope you have a nice day. Oh my gosh, Ruby, I was just thinking about you and you deleted your message. It's crazy. I thought you had left. I mean, I guess if you had left, you wouldn't have heard me say have a nice day, but anyway, have a nice day. I don't know. I don't know how many people are actually here. I'm just like, because it glitches out occasionally and it doesn't tell me an accurate number. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you, algorithm? I am here. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. And you say, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make a break in this if you're on your way. Hello, good morning. All you have is leaving, I'ma need another reason to write you. And then the crazy part is that it went viral. Like, it was actually like a really big hit. Like, she was like, I'm not gonna write you the song that you want. And then she wrote a song saying that, and then it went popular. Like, that's crazy. Good morning, how are you today? What's up? Nubian Divine number 7. Are you part of group 7? I kind of hate that it's group 7 thing. I think it I don't know. I have thoughts on that, but I don't need to share that now. Welcome. If you like a card pull, if you want to hang out, if you have any questions, whatever. Are you and Cleo in it for the long haul? I don't know. Kim and Cleo. What show is that I'm thinking of? I think that's the Mermaid show. Cleo. Don't touch the water. Let's go with Kim and Cleo. Kim and Cleo. We have the Ten of Cups. Ooh. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting a no. But we have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. So I would say yeah. Commitment, happiness, long-term happiness. So I would say most likely. I don't read for absolutes. I don't believe that the future is set in stone. But most likely, yes. Most likely. Yes. The answer is yes. You are in it for the long haul. Good morning. Hey, Kat. You have a chance with Max. Max and Kat. It sounds like a funny pairing.
First door.
Let's go with Max and Kat. This is Bubbles. Welcome to Max and Kat. What'd you say to me? Would you ask me? Do you have a chance with Max? I guess so, but I think everybody has a chance. No, not trying to be funny when I say that, but I think this guy is for the streets. We have the Five of Swords, the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, so... of course there is. Of course there's somebody better, Ruby. What you mean? Of course there is. I don't even need to pull a card for that. Of course there is. You know what I mean? If you want me to pull on that, you're welcome to pay for a reading. And I'll definitely pull on that. You know? But yeah, that's what I have for you, Kat. Sorry, I was in two places at once. I'm in two places at once. I'm over here, up here, I'm down here. You know what I mean? I'm everywhere. Good morning, though. Hope we're well. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it. Now that song's just stuck in my head. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. I'm so freaking grateful for my ex. Something like that. Theon, or is it the one? Am I stupid? I read it as Theon, but it could also just be the one. Good morning, welcome. Oh, you deleted your message again, Ruby. Why are you so shy? Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue, uninvited. Let's go with Jawan and Alma. Sorry about the background, by the way. Sorry about the... whatever. This is Alma. Let's go with Alma. Can I get a clear, accurate answer? Oh, goodness. We have forgiveness and chemistry. Forgiveness and chemistry. Reflection. Does Alma have romantic feelings for you? I guess that's a yes. But there's something about the past for one of you, or both of you. Something about the past. I'm struggling to get over the past. I'm sorry, I have the tendency to get too deep with these. So the answer to your question is yes. Oh. But once again, there's something from the past. Somebody's holding on to the past. Welcome to those joining. How are we doing? Now that song is just stuck in my head. Someone Like You by Adele. Yeah, she's stuck in the past. Oh. Hey Marlene, is Demetrius still in love with you? I don't know. Is Demetrius still in love with Marlene? Sorry about the background. Is Demetrius still in love? Unexpected outcome. Even if he is, this person ain't it. Values, we have too many differences. Overwhelmed, stress from this is draining me. Even if he is in love with you, I don't think that this is somewhere you need to be. Obviously, you could do whatever you want. You could feel however you feel, but I don't think this is it for you. Sometimes I really do hate being so sensitive. Like, I think I've been better at grounding, but like, it's so annoying. Like, picking up on other people's feelings sometimes. It's just like, why do I have to be in a bad mood because you're in a bad mood? You know what I mean? Like, but we push through it. Because then I think the crazier part is that, like, a lot of people will try to, like, masquerade and they'll try to pretend like they're not feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't even have to. You don't have to show me. I don't need to see it on your face. I know, because I feel it. And it's I'm not judging, but it's just like, come on, why can't we just deal with our feelings? The obvious answer is because we're not taught to deal with our feelings. Will I make it to grade 11 next year? Hopefully, right? You mean like living, or like in terms of grades? That was a very open-ended question. I mean, hopefully. I don't know. Keep your head up. Never stop studying. I don't know. I don't read for absolutes when it comes to the future, also. But in terms of grades, yeah, once again, don't stop studying. Make sure to get rest. You know what I mean? Don't overwork your brain, but, you know, trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. You know? If you were younger, I'd be like, eat your vegetables and, you know, because occasionally the kids pop up and I'm like, this isn't really the space for you, but if you're going to be here, here's some necessary information about being a human, you know. Like, usually it's over here though. Usually it doesn't happen on TikTok, surprisingly. Like, I don't know. I think I've interacted, well, maybe that's not true. Yeah, never. I was gonna say, I think I've interacted with more kids on YouTube than I have on TikTok, but that's not true. I don't think that's... Welcome to those joining. Good morning. Hope you're well today. What's up? What's up? If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask any questions, if you like a card pull, whatever. It'd be cool if you could tap the screen. Also, thank you for those who are engaging with the live. 11.5K. It's pretty cool. WAP. Good morning. Mary Kay. Will Eduardo still call you? I don't read for absolutes, but I can pull you a card. I don't read for absolutes. I don't think that the future is set in stone. But what's going on with Eduardo? What song is that? There's a song playing in my head. It's a shame. Shame is definitely... There's like something about shame. Somebody's feeling shameful, I guess. Most likely he will call you. Yes. But once again, there's something about shame. I don't know who that is, but somebody's feeling shameful. I don't know. Shame is like one of those things. It's necessary, but I feel like in the wrong hands, it becomes useless and destructive. You know, because once again, shame is it can be a tool for us to grow and to evolve, but you know, with the wrong hands, some people weaponize shame. People use it as shoot you with my shame gun. You know what I mean? But sometimes we need to feel shame. Sometimes we need to feel ashamed of our actions. But the difference between shame and guilt is that guilt is understanding that I did a bad thing. I'm not a bad person. Shame is like, I'm a bad person. It's like, okay. Even if you are, you can still try to do better. Okay? But anyways, I'm just talking. I don't know if anybody needed to hear that, but... Good morning. Hope you're well today. Clock it. I wish I could read Arabic. That's funny. Your username is Arabic. What does your username say? That's funny. It muted the clock it message, but that's funny. Clock it. Isn't it supposed to be like this? I'm just supposed to. I don't know. I don't know. I thought that said love rats. Good morning. Welcome back, Will. What's groovy? It's my name. It's Shakai, but I go by Shay because it's easier for people to say. I feel that. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. I kind of have Arabic roots, kind of, sort of. Like, my name is Arabic. I was raised Christian though, so I don't know. But I thank you for reminding me also, because I did say that I wanted to look into other holy books. Because I have this. I got this by this really weird guy. This really weird guy gave this to me. And I say he was weird because he didn't understand boundaries. He was like all up in my face. He like made really intense eye contact. It was really weird. But I got this from him. And I wanted to look into like other books. So I'm gonna just write that down real quick. Do you read your holy book? Are you actually Islam? It's okay if you're not. I don't mean to project anything onto you. I don't read Hebrew though. A knowledgeable queen. Oh my god, not you. Okay. I might be a very feminine person. I might be somebody who sits in their feminine quite often, but I prefer masculine terms. I'm not offended, but I just prefer masculine identity. I know I sound the way that I sound. I know that, like, you know what I mean? But I've always preferred male identity. Hubert, does Christian have feelings for you? I don't know. My dad's Catholic and my mom's Muslim. Oh wow, that's an interesting mix. Two very different religions. I'm going with Christian. And what's her face? What'd you say to me? I like that question. Thank you for asking that question. You said, does Christian have feelings for you? Yeah. I would say yeah. The Wheel of Fortune isn't relevant, but the Queen of Wands is there. Very passionate. You said, has it been hard for me to get into tarot and such after being raised religion, or really raised Christian? Well, I'm not a Christian anymore. I haven't been a Christian since like high school. That's kind of when I dropped that. So, no, not really. I don't know. I understand for a lot of other people, unfortunately, it can be very difficult to shed certain identities and, like, you know what I mean? But for me, it's always just been a default. It's just always been like, let me question this. Let me think about this before I commit to this. Like, I really did try with Christianity. I prayed. I really did believe. But at some point, like, when I realized my sexuality, it kind of conflicted, and I was just like, why would I be made to be like this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand, like, why is everybody telling me that this is bad? But, like, you know what I mean? This is, you know what I mean? So that was really where I was having most of the conflict, like, through my sexuality. But when it comes to this stuff, it wasn't really an issue. I was just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm a truth seeker. So whatever the truth is, I'm on that side. You know? Was I born a male? I'm born a male. Sometimes I wish I didn't have certain pieces. But yeah, I was born a male. I didn't mean it like that. I would just call people queen. You're fine. It's okay. Yeah, I was born a male. Sometimes, once again, I wish I didn't have that thing down there sometimes, but it's okay. I wouldn't say it's dysmorphia or anything. I don't know. Anyways, welcome to those joining. Good morning. Were you born a male? Do you have a ding dong down there? I used to have people ask me that though. They were like, "Do you want to be a woman?" And I was always like, "No, I like men, but that doesn't mean I want to be a woman." But, I was born a male. I was asking because you were talking about your femininity side. Oh, lol. There's a trans dude on here that I think is really cute. He's a cutie. He likes to tease me though. Murad, will you ever hear from Michael again? What's going on with Michael? I just got. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. William, what's going on with Michael? Is Michael going to? Are you going to hear from Michael? I don't pull for absolutes. I don't believe that the future's set in stone. Just to preface, but we have the Page of Cups. Three of Swords. Most likely you will hear from him again. And I don't mean to project anything, I don't mean to predict anything for you, but it does seem like a lot of disappointment with the Three of Swords. It does seem like a lot of disappointment. I'm not saying lower your expectations, but I feel like with this person, it's that sort of energy of lowering your expectations. You're quite handsome yourself. Hey, Jessica. Also, do you guys like the sound bowls? I assume you guys do. He left you after 7 years. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's the heartache, man. That Three of Swords. Crazy. Could I send a gift for a mini? Sure, if you want to. Send me the galaxy or something. I don't know. I'm being silly. Officially, I think I put it for like 20 of the donuts. I don't know. You don't have to send 20 donuts. However much you want to send is cool. Obviously more than one. Maybe more than two. I don't know. Also, if you want to give me a name, that'd be nice to focus on. I don't want to call you WAP constantly. Are you going to find love, Jessica? I think it's very possible. Whether or not you will is another thing. I've only ever met one. Well, that's not true. I've met several wills, I guess, but it's funny because like it's a word that we use all the time, and I didn't think about that until I met the last will that I met, and I was like, that's just a word. We say that word all the time. Does it make you feel special that your name is a word? What's going on with Jessica? Can I get a card for Jessica? Thank you for the donuts. What's going on for Jessica? I got you a reading after this. What's going on for... Are you closed off from love? You say you want it, but are you really... I thought this was the 9 of Wands. It's the 10 of Wands. Maybe you're holding on to something. Maybe you're trying to let go of something, but there's an energy of like baggage. You know what I mean? Love is always available. Love is always around. You just have to align yourself with it. You know what I mean? And when it comes to other people, you have to also put in the work and like show up and be love. You know what I mean? I don't know what you've been through in your past. Maybe you've had a crazy past. Maybe that's what this is. But like, there's always a future. There's always a tomorrow. You know what I mean? This is literally about building towards the future, looking towards the future, waiting for the future. And not waiting. I don't mean to say waiting. That's very passive. But you know what I mean? I don't know what you've been through, Jessica, but it can get better. Okay? I'm not just saying that. I do believe that, but you also have to believe that. I can't just say that. Your name's Sadie. Cool. Sadie Hawkins. When there's a will, there's a way. That's silly. That's funny. Also, the other Will that I knew he was also he was a cutie. He was also a very big gentleman. His brother was not though. He had a brother, and they were messes. But like, I don't know. If I really cared about sex and stuff like that, I could emphasize that part and be like, yeah, no, it was a really nice experience. But they were crazy. I wish them well. I hope they're doing well. But They were definitely handfuls. You said, how old am I? I'm 28. Um, oh, Four of Swords just popped out. What's going on with Sadie? What does Sadie need to hear? If you have anything specific you want to ask, you're welcome to ask Sadie. I'm going to hit this. That was really weak. You were going to guess 32. I feel like you're just saying that to see how I would respond. That's hilarious. What's going on with your connection with Jake? What's going on with Sadie and Jake? That's so funny. What's going on? Sadie and Jake. Ooh. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're in a good place. I mean, obviously, I don't know all the details, but we have the Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, excuse me, and the Ten of Wands. So I do feel like you're in a relatively good place. If not, you're headed toward a good place. There's something about holding back, though. Maybe one of you is holding back. That's something. Queen of Pentacles also comes out. You know? What's going on with Sadie and Jake? What's some messages for Sadie and Jake? Forgiveness, yeah, like I said, I'm struggling to get over the past. I don't know if I said that. But the Ten of Wands, once again, does talk about letting go of the past, moving on from the past. That makes sense about holding back. Yeah, we have commitment. I want you to be a part of my future, which the Three of Wands did come out. So there's an energy of like, hello, welcome, scrolling up. What's going on for Sadie? Trying to work on ourselves to come back together stronger. Ooh, period. I love that. I hope so. Is that the case? Ooh, period. Good morning. Welcome to those joining. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you like a card pull, you're welcome to ask. Of course, if you'd like to pay for reading, etc., whatever. I don't know. I'm sorry. There's like a distracting energy. That's a funny phrase. That was something for me. I don't need to share it, but it's funny. That is so funny. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but it's so funny. Spirit, stop. Oh my goodness. Welcome to this journey. Okay, what's going on for Sadie? What's going on with Sadie? We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Finances and career. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have trust. Have faith, excuse me. So like you said separating and like, you know, doing your own thing, I guess, so you can come back together stronger. Once again, with that energy of retreat. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I feel like you're in a good energy. Like, I don't know you personally, but I do feel like you're pretty in alignment. You know what I mean? Love yourself first. For all the times that you ran to my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart? Oh, go for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own? Well, I ain't. And baby, I'll be moving on. And I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you. She likes everyone. I'm sorry, that song was in my head earlier. It only came through because Love Yourself came through. And she never learned to admit that I was wrong. I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on. But now I know I'm better sleeping on my own now. I know. I'm sorry. It's also a really good song. I like singing that song. Hey Jay, welcome, welcome. But yeah, no. Anyways, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I don't know how that resonates for you, but that's one of the cards that comes through. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, I definitely feel that with these two cards. And it might not even be directly about money. It could also just be about self-worth. Like worth, value. You quit your job. Oh, period. Period. How do you feel about that? Do you think that was a good decision? Hello. Hey, Travis. Good morning. That'd be cool. That'd be groovy if you wanted to do that. Rebecca. Or no, should I call you Roger? Because you have Roger in your profile. But yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be groovy. We could do that. Am I glitching? Am I freezing? Is it cold? Brr. Over here, it looks like I'm freezing. It looks like I'm literally on ice. Like there's always a difference in the camera quality. Like today over here, it's really messed up. It's like there's like a haze. It's like it looks like I'm glowing over here versus over here. Like maybe I don't know what you perceive. I don't know what you think of me, but like just my perspective of like the, you know what I mean? Oh. Oh. Coolio, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got you after this. Let me pace myself so I don't vomit all over the floor. Have you seen those videos? You might have to leave the chat and come back. I don't know if you can hear me say that. I don't know. Hopefully. Occasionally there's issues with the connection. But have you guys seen those videos of the fish? And people will be like, my fish threw up blood. And then they put the blood sign thing. It's so stupid. But it's so funny. Like, my fish threw up blood, and I'm expecting it to throw up blood, and I'm just like, I don't even know how to do the, I don't know what the symbol is. That's my name. Gang. That's funny. But yeah, once again, for the most part, I feel like you're pretty in alignment. I feel like, honestly, you're in a pretty good place to trust yourself, Sadie. Which, it's funny because oftentimes the people who should be able to trust themselves the most are often the ones who are the most skeptical of their own perception, which is a healthy thing. You should be skeptical of, like, what you're thinking and, you know what I mean, what you're feeling. But, like, for the most part, I feel like generally, overall, you're in a pretty good space. Once again, for the Queen of Pentacles to come out, I hope you can hear me. I hope it's not glitching still. But yeah, when it comes to this other person though, we can't control other people. Like we can want the best for somebody else. We can encourage them to do the best, but we can't force people to show up and do their best. So for you though, as an individual, really groovy. And maybe you guys get married. I don't know. We have commitment. Once again, maybe you'll get married, but who knows? You know? Of course, if you have any other questions, you're welcome to ask, because you did send in for a reading. But I'm going to close this out officially. I'm going to remind you that you're amazing, that you're beautiful just as you are. Don't listen to One Direction. It's okay to know you're beautiful, okay? And yeah, keep your head up, keep your spirits high. Stay groovy. And yeah, that's what I have for you, Sadie. Once again, if you want to ask other questions, you're welcome to, but that's what I have for you. And next, we have Alex. Also, thank you for whoever liked the live. Thank you. I don't know how many people are over here. It glitches out. It says one. I know it's not just one person here, but whoever is here, thank you for your presence. I hope you're well today. Okay, what's going on for Alex? Alex Russo. It says 9. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. To be perceived. Could you at least perceive me in a good light? Could you at least perceive me positively? I don't know. I'm kidding. Obviously, I can't control how you perceive me. However you perceive me is how you perceive me. Okay, what's going on for Alex? What does Alex need to hear? If you want to ask any questions, of course you can. If you want to ask any questions, you're welcome to. That's a question. I'm okay. I'm alive. Oh, the Chariot card. The Chariot. So why am I shaking? Is it because I just had coffee? Curious about the future? Well, the Chariot's a good card to start then, you know? We're going to start with three of the tarot, and then we'll go from there. What if I pulled from the past life deck? Would that be silly, since you asked about the future? I haven't pulled from that deck in a while. What's going on for the future when it comes to Alex? When it comes to Alex. What's coming? Ooh, we have the Temperance card. Oh, goodness. A lot of major arcana. You have a big future. The Devil in the Tower. Got a new job. A period. I remember you told me that you were about to start. That's awesome. That's groovy. I don't believe that the future is set in stone. I will keep saying that every time somebody asks me about the future. I will always say that. But obviously you could believe whatever you want. You could think whatever you want. I haven't pulled from this deck either in a while. What's going on for Alex? What does Alex need to hear today about the future? One's going to be the Chariot, the Temperance, the Devil, and the Tower. The Temperance tells us about alchemy, keeping in mind that we are alchemists, that we are co-creators. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of funny because the first two cards are really positive, and then we have the Devil and the Tower. So it's like, once again, this energy of like balance. Like, you can't have the good without the bad, you know? I mean, maybe that's a philosophy, maybe that's a belief. I don't know. Maybe everything can be good. I don't know. But from my perspective, you can't have the good without the bad. Like, you have to, there has to be some sort of balance. And so, I don't know the details of, like, what your low moments are. I don't know the details of your struggles. You know what I mean? But what's that phrase? The lower the lows, the higher the high, you know? And it's like, it's not to glorify pain or struggle or anything like that, but it's just like, energetically, the way that I understand it is like, you know, the more tough situations that you have to go through, the more likely that your future will be pretty prominent, you know what I mean? And I say future just because that's what you asked me about, but just generally, like, once again, can't have the good without the bad, and the lower the lows, the higher the highs. So keep that in mind when you're really struggling, when you're really going through it. You know what I mean? Consider that this struggle, this suffering is a part of the grander plan. You know, and at some point it'll turn around. Especially if you think positively. Like, I don't believe in the toxic positivity stuff. But like, when I say think positively, I mean like from a realistic perspective. Like, yes, acknowledge what's going on, acknowledge the bad, but also just shift your thoughts a little bit. Just understand optimism. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like, oh, just think positive. Like, that's not how it works. Like, sometimes you do have to be realistic about what's going on, but just remembering that the future's there's always a tomorrow. There's always another day. There's always another opportunity. You know, even if it takes 100 times, even if it takes 500 times, there's always another chance to try again. You know. There could also be something about reflecting on the past. Can I do a reading in you? You want me to do a reading in you? That sounds like it could be fun if I cared about sex. You're a CNA now? Ooh, period. Yeah, I feel that. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate response. But the way that you said it, I know it was a typo, but could you imagine? Oh my god, has anybody ever tried to do that before? I don't care about sex, but once again, what if somebody did that? What if somebody was like, and then did a reading at the same time? I feel like you'd have to really try hard to focus. Like that would be the biggest thing, like focusing your energy. And also, obviously, you'd have to be careful who you're doing it with. You know. Oh, I was gonna pull from the Soul's Journey deck. Also, welcome back. Of course, you come back, Will, when I'm talking about doing Samadhi. That's funny. Thank you for your presence. What's going on for Alex? What does Alex need to hear in relation to the future? Once again, I don't believe that the future is set in stone, but we do have imagination, which goes really well with your Pisces energy. I remember you're a Pisces. I don't know what your North Node is. If you tell me what it is, then I'll know. We also have indecision. North Node, Twin, North Node and Virgo. So to some degree, that makes sense that you would be in healthcare. That makes sense, because Virgo is about health, hands-on health, but it's about health. And the South Node is Pisces, which I guess would correlate with your Pisces sun. That makes sense. So, judging from that astrological perspective, it would seem that you shine best when you lean into your creativity. Obviously, you're a creative, you're an artist. Well, okay, no, I said that wrong. Not that you shine best in that energy, but like it's something that you're really good at because you've mastered it in a past life. Like that is what that's what you did last lifetime. You know what I mean? In this lifetime, you're supposed to kind of learn how to embody the Virgo energy, to be practical, to be organized, to be hands-on. You know what I mean? That's how I should have said that, because the North Node is about life purpose. It's about, you know what I mean, life lessons and stuff like that. And for it to be Virgo, it's like you're here to kind of learn how to be more practical, to be more realistic, versus the Pisces energy, which is very fantastical and imaginative, and like, you know what I mean? Not in a bad way, obviously. That's not supposed to be a negative, but I also have a Virgo. We have, once again, twins. We have the same. I don't know what house yours is in though. Mine is in the 12th house. Unless you look at, I look at whole sign. I'm crazy. Don't ever come to me for an astrology reading, because I use whole sign and not everybody uses whole sign. So I will tell you information that you have not heard from other people, because nobody else uses whole sign. I don't know. If you do use whole sign, shout out to you, I guess, but I haven't met anybody else who uses whole sign. If you want to look, that's cool. I use my intuition in all aspects of life, is what indecision says. Here for it, period. Shani does. Shani, who's that? Is that a popular person? I don't know who that is. There was one astrologer that I really liked. I've never had an astrologer other outside of her that I thought was really good. Hey Sasha, good morning. Hey Laverne, Travis. I'm sorry that I'm not really paying you guys attention. I'm on TikTok and I'm also on YouTube, and I don't know. Hello. Oh, you said it's an app. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I got distracted. Will your dad give you the car? I hope so, right? Can I get the car next? Also, forgiveness is an energy. I understand that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I'm not saying that you're harboring resentment. I'm not saying anybody's harboring resentment, but the forgiveness card is here, and it's a message, a reminder to not hold on to bitterness, hold on to resentment. I mean, obviously, you could do whatever you want. If that's what you choose to do, I ain't judging. I'm gonna stay away from you. But in order to, like, feel the best and be the best version of yourself, you do have to kind of let go of that extra energy, because it's energy. You know, everything is energy. Thoughts, emotions, feelings, it's all energy. And when you're holding on to certain things, it weighs you down. It prevents you from having good experiences and all that stuff. So, you know, and I'm sure you already know that, but it's just a reminder, you know, learning to let go. And if we need to have a meditation session, if you need to like take some time to really breathe through it, you know, whatever you need to do, just let it go. Because it doesn't do you any justice. It's just poison. You know what I mean? It literally is just poison. Now, if you like alcohol, then I guess you're used to poison. But I'm not judging any alcoholics. That's not what I'm saying. But I have been talking a lot about alcohol in the last few lives. Spirits. Which is, it's literally, I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. It intoxicates. It's literally a toxin. You know what I mean? Like, everything in moderation, but, you know what I mean? Sad face. Don't do the sad face. Not the sad face. Do the sideways face. I'm sorry. What else is going on for Alex? What does Alex need to hear? Alex needs to hear that he's amazing and he's beautiful just how he is. And he should keep making music and keep creating and keep being groovy. You know. Yes, this is true. Are there any love messages? Do you want love messages? Would that make sense for you? I said I was gonna pull from the past life deck. Release something soon. I thought nasty. You said release, and I thought something. I was thinking nasty. Past life deck. Yes, I'm married. I know you are. I'm not trying to get into a married affair. Have a nasty song. Oh my. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay, what's going on for when it comes to Alex for the future, if anything? A love reading because I'm married. Are you being sarcastic? Is that sarcasm? That's funny. What's going on for Alex when it comes to the future? A past life too. We have knighthood. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Medicine man or woman. Okay. Okay. Are you Mother Teresa? What the heck? Oh. Also, we have unrequited love. Why did that one come out? Does it resonate? Unrequited love? Like, it doesn't even mean that somebody doesn't like you back. It could also just be a situation where somebody doesn't like you in the same way that you do, or someone doesn't care about you in the same way that you do. It doesn't mean that they don't care, but it's like, it's unequally yoked. And I don't know, like, for the most part, a lot of spiritual girlies and guys tend to be in relationships like that, where it's like unequally yoked. It's like, you have all this love, you have all this energy, and then you're with somebody who's just kind of there because they appreciate that you have so much energy, you know what I mean? And no judgment, obviously, you know, but sometimes that's just how it is. It's just like moth to a flame, you know? I'm sorry, it's kind of a sad energy. It kind of deflated me a little bit. I'm like, maybe that's... We have Orphan, Atlantis. Oh gosh. You gotta feel it to heal it. That's something I'm hearing. You gotta feel it to heal it. Yeah, and he's great, but he cannot take all of... Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. It's like he's doing his best. And his best might not be the best, but it is his best, you know? Maybe he kind of gets down on himself about it. Maybe he feels shameful about it. He's like, why can't I be what you need? Why can't I be what you need? But, I mean, you're enough. I don't know. He's iconic. I hope he's not in the room with us. Is he listening to me? I hope not. He's what I want. Period. I want to tell you the truth. Irreplaceable. Destiny. I have AirPods in, but yes. LOL. That's interesting. I want to tell you the truth. Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Self-love, detachment. I guess we could interpret this as your energy. Was it you? No, I said that to somebody else. I was talking about self-love earlier, and they were like, I don't want to hear that self-love BS. Even though it was my crush who said that. Me, for real, I'm very detached, as you should be. I mean, attachment is one of the biggest issues, I think, in human life, human existence, you know? Like, learning to love without attachment is a very powerful thing, because it's very possible to love without attachment, to love without obsession, control, you know? It's like... But a lot of people can't handle that, because it's like, why don't you need me? Why don't, you know what I mean? Why can you walk away so easily? And it's like, because I love myself, bitch. The fuck? Yes, I love you, but also I love me even more. And I love God even more. You know? Would you say it's disassociation? I don't mean to diagnose you. We're not diagnosing people. But, I mean, regardless of what you call it, it's just a matter of how you navigate the energy. And I think that's one thing about the mental health field that doesn't happen. It's like, sure, you can diagnose and you can label, but it's like, it doesn't really matter if you don't learn how to navigate the energy. Like, sure, I might be BPD, I'm not, but you know, sure, I might be BPD or OCD or whatever, but it doesn't matter the label if I don't know how to navigate that reality. You know what I mean? I might have OCD. I used to have a thing when I was a kid, I would like count things. I would like do things a certain amount of times. I forced myself to stop, but you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't really matter what you call it, as long as you just know how to navigate it. You know how to take those deep breaths, you know how to, understand the difference between reality and non-reality, you know what I mean? It's like, you may have BPD. Yeah, BPD is, I feel like I understand that one on a fundamental level. It's like, it's a very present moment thing. It's like, all you know is the present moment, but in a negative way, because it's like you only see this, you only feel and see this present moment. You can't imagine that there's a future. You can't think of the past. It's just this present moment. You know what I mean? And it causes for a lot of issue, because then you don't make the smartest decisions, because you're just stuck in the present moment, you know? But and LOL. Yeah, there's dogs. Sit in my seat. As safe as I can be. You know? Sorry. That's funny. That's funny. It's okay. It gets me down a little bit, but it's okay. Once again, it's a gift and a curse. Being so sensitive, feeling so deeply. But I think I'm doing better at grounding and differentiating, understanding that just because I feel it doesn't mean it's mine. You know what I mean? And maybe that's relevant for you. Like, maybe that's something you've been working on. I don't know. But, there's a phrase that I was using for a while. Observe, not absorb. So, like, you can look, you can hear, you can feel it, but don't take it on as your own. You know what I mean? Don't think that it has to be something that you identify with. Now, obviously, once again, differentiating, you have to know when it is yours, because sometimes it is yours, sometimes it is your feeling to feel, but, like, it's very rare that it's your own feeling, you know? And then it kind of makes me think, like, would I feel as much as I did if I only felt my own feelings? Like, if I could just block everything out completely, like, would I just be a husk? Would I just be a zombie? Would I just be numb? Because most of the time, I'm just very content. I'm just very, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, my happiness is, like, just contentment. I'm just like, What have you been thinking about? Excuse me. Hey. Yeah, that's very valuable, yeah. I like that. Hey, Genesis. Welcome, welcome. Uh, my phone on this phone. Oh, and then everybody's commenting. Okay, Alex. For those joining, I am doing card pulls and stuff, but I'm also doing reading, I guess. Once again, I feel like I'm projecting, but like once again, also there's an energy of like acknowledging your progress, because healing is not linear. You know what I mean? Sometimes you will feel very on top of it, and other times you won't. But clinging on to the more positive moments, to the more, you know what I mean, can be very helpful. Because like sure, maybe you spiraled last night, maybe you overdid it last night, but at least you're aware of it. At least you can acknowledge that it was not a good thing. You know what I mean? It's just like the progress of like awareness. Like, sure, I might have made a bad decision, but at least I know that it was a bad decision. Because some people do some crazy things and they don't even recognize that it's, you know what I mean? They don't even think to be like, oh, I shouldn't have did that. So awareness is a beautiful thing. Because it's not everybody has it, unfortunately. But yeah, if you want to ask another question, you're welcome to. I'm gonna put the cards up though, and I'm gonna remind you that you're beautiful and amazing just as you are, and God loves you so freaking much, and everything is temporary. Okay, give me a real quick reading on the Navy. On the Navy, he's in the Navy. You got a Navy sailor? I'm sorry. A Navy sailor. I don't even know why I said it like that. A Navy sailor. Sounds silly. A Navy man. Ooh, period. Sure. What's going on with the Navy? And your husband. Not the Navy as a large. I don't care what the Navy has going on. Like going to boot camp in a few weeks. What's going on with this Navy situation? I'm gonna pull those two cards. I'm gonna pull from the past life deck. What's going on for the Navy? Welcome to those joining. Good morning. Hope you're well. What's going on for the Navy? We have Biblical coming out. We also have King of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I think it'll go pretty well. There is something about, and I don't know what your husband's spirituality or religion, or I don't know what his spiritual life looks like, but with Biblical coming out, it is like kind of a message of like sticking to the spiritual roots, like understanding the importance of like spiritual protection and stuff like that. I mean, because quite frankly, the Navy, like I don't mean to get political, but the Navy, the government at large, is not the most clean institution. And so like from a spiritual perspective, you do kind of have to be very mindful of that, the corruption and the, you know what I mean? Once again, not to get political, but you know what I mean? Objectively, I feel like we could agree to disagree, obviously, but you know what I mean? Just understanding the importance of spiritual protection and stuff like that. Yes. And I'll pull another card just to make it even. My OCD is going to kick back in with this. I'm going to start counting everything. We have medicine man or woman. So back to the healthcare thing, and I'm not looking at it from a job perspective. I'm looking at it once again from the spiritual perspective of like understanding, you know what I mean, different herbs and like healing methods and stuff like that. So yeah. And I think protection stones. You just reminded me of something. Is there any chance of you getting married? Sure. There's all the chance in the world. Tell me a great protection stone. I personally really love clear quartz. I don't have any clear quartz, but I personally love clear quartz. I did recently get, I forgot the name of it, but they're considered to be like an angelic frequency sort of thing. I can't think of the name of it in this moment, but they're clear. I love clear stones. I had a selenite wand. I don't know where it went, but I was obsessed with that. Like it was like a wand. You probably have seen it at some point. I don't know. But it went missing. I don't know what happened to it. It made me sad. I don't know why I can't think of the name of the stones. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to this joining. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of people commenting. I've been on here for like almost 2 hours. I feel that for sure. For sure, for shizzle. Once again, there's a lot of energy, so I'm probably gonna get off of here soon. I'm gonna say, keep your head up, stay groovy. I don't know. Oh my gosh, if you do, you're amazing. You don't have to, but thank you. You know, much love. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna get off here too. Have a good one. Bye.